Hey, thank you so much for joining the Doing Good movement. I'm your host, Tom Brown. I am excited as always to give us some good news for a chance. This is a show where you can tune in weekly 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. on your streaming hotline, the www.thedoinggoodmovement.com, and just see some good things going on in the world around us and meet some good people, hear about some good companies, some good organizations. I just, by golly, think that we need some good news. So, to get the day started, I like to always start with an inspirational word. And we're going to get our music queued up here. And then I'm going to share a couple things with you that I think might bless you. Or at least I hope they'll bless you. As we get into this holiday season, oftentimes the retail side of things and, seeing all the different decorations change in the stores and hear sometimes the music format change on the radio starts to get people in a certain mood. And, that time can be a little difficult for people, particularly if you're spending this year for the first time without somebody that you normally used to seeing during this holiday. For whatever reason, you may not be able to spend that time with them. They may be traveling. They may be somewhere else, or maybe they've gone on to transition to another place. But I need to encourage you today that you're not alone. This is actually a great time for us as Americans and as people in general to unite. For neighbors to go ahead and speak to that neighbor that walks past your door every day and you don't know their name, or maybe that person is always kind to you at work or out front of your job, or just someone in the school that you don't sit with at lunchtime if you happen to be a young person, or in college or any other school. Maybe it's just time for us to break through our comfort zone. And I think that's doing good. I think when we just take an effort to be kinder, to be nicer, and look at how we may have a positive impact on the very personal space or environment around us, we are already doing good. And that's what the Doing Good movement is about. So I hope that you're inspired. I hope that you're blessed. And I hope you're encouraged by this moment in time, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. today, where we get to show you some really positive and good things going on in the world around you. So listen, I'm going to take a quick break. We're going to get started with a great show today. And I'm excited to have you paying attention and tuning into the doinggoodmovement.com with your host, Tom Brown. 3 local high schools in the D.C. area: H.D. Woodson, Woodson Warrior, yes, Anacostia High School and Ballou High School. And so this is a great event. We see students dancing. They're dancing with some of the community leaders and school board of education leaders. The judges are some of the council members. I believe this year, council members Yvette Alexander, council member from Ward 7, council member from Ward 8, LaRuby May, and I believe Kenya McDuffie, who is a council member in Ward 5, are going to be your actual judges. It's very interactive. A lot of people come out, dress up, have a good time. You may even catch me or someone else that looks like me on stage dancing. And later, Wanda Lockridge, who is the chair and founder of the William O. Lockridge Foundation. William O. Lockridge Foundation is possibly going to call in and talk about that. But I'm excited about that event because it's another Doing Good event that's happening right here in Washington, D.C. in Ward 8 at the Arc this Saturday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Also, even before that, the Doing Good team will be over at Union Temple Baptist Church. Shout out to Reverend Willie Wilson, Pastor Murray Wilson, and Reverend Willie Wilson. Will be over there that morning because they have a big feeding feast where they feed hundreds of individuals, mostly homeless families and friends around the city. From around the city, they come in and also give out clothing. I believe they're still receiving donation of clothing over at the church. I think through today, possibly even tomorrow. My girl Sonia Cooper, who was here a couple of weeks ago, she's leading that effort. I'm so proud and happy that we're going to be over there with them for a part of the morning on Saturday. That's this Saturday, the 14th. It's a whole lot going on. And even before that, good grief. On Friday, another Doing Good, my sister Lisa Lincoln, Prince George's Green, she's all in. She was on a guest on before, and she's trying to help green entrepreneurship. When I say green, I mean money, yes, but I mean all the green industries like stormwater and solar and all the different things around making us a more environmentally sound. Well, there's a tremendous movement across the country in that area. That means tons of jobs and opportunities. And my sister Lisa Lincoln is having her annual dinner on Friday evening. So we're going to grub there and I'll be a part of that. So I'm just excited because people are starting to get it. These people are doing good things before, and we're finding them. We're talking about them. We're sitting down and learning more about the kind of things that they're associated with, the kind of initiatives and campaigns. And today we have a very special guest, a couple of guests coming in from the Covenant House, Washington. And for those of you all who don't know, their mission is primarily focused on helping homeless youth between 18 and 24. They work all throughout the country, but they certainly are a very important and special group here in the Washington, D.C. area, where I have some of the representatives and leaders here talking about a huge event. It's a life-changing event next Thursday, which hopefully the Doing Good movement will be a part of. And again, this is just all about sharing all the good things about our world with all the negativity, violence, and other things that we seem to watch daily. This is something that we love doing, is sharing all the good programs, good organizations, and good events. And the holiday season is a great time to be a part of the Doing Good movement. I invite you to come to our website, kind of read about what we're doing, and help us figure out some ways that we can find more people, more organizations, and more things that are doing good in the world around us. So I'm excited. I'm your host, Tom Brown. We have a lot of things coming up, and I really appreciate you tuning in today to the doinggoodmovement.com. God bless you. See you when I get back. Oh, boy, I love it when I hear the Godfather of Go-Go, my main man, Chuck Baby, and he does give a, you know what I mean. Listen, this is Tom Brown. I'm your host of the doinggoodmovement.com. We're streaming live all over the place. I'm hearing from people as far away as, wow, I think I'm hearing from people in Atlanta, Georgia. Yep. Norfolk and Tidewater area. Shout out to my niece, Aisha. Shout out to my daughter, Tiffany. Shout out to my man, Dean Pop. These are people hit me right now on Facebook, you all over the country, and I'm glad they're tuning in. Down in Atlanta, Georgia, my man, Dean Pop. Diesel is down there, and glad people are starting to tune in around the country. So the Doing Good movement is not just about something local. It's really about trying to invite and encourage all of us to be a part of one common denominator, and that's finding ways on small or large scales to just simply do good in the world around us. And so I have two guests that are joining me here today that are part of not just a local, but a national movement that's coming up next week. Now, they're also a part of a network that's impacting literally thousands on a daily basis. And I think thousands of people that sometimes just simply get forgotten. Because oftentimes when you think of homelessness, one of the groups that I think doesn't get enough focus are young adults and teenagers. And this group for, I believe, 20 years has been committed to that mission. I'm very familiar with them, have worked with them over the years, and they have some tremendous efforts that are going to change and impact lives coming up, especially over the next week or so. And so I'd like to actually invite my sister, Tamara Johnson, who's the program director over at Covenant House. And well, I don't know exactly how to introduce this gentleman to her right. He wears so many hats in my life, but one of the most important ones and the most special one, besides being a great support and working an employee of Covenant House, did I say that right without getting you in trouble? He's actually my oldest son, Quincy Pratt. Yes, he's my oldest son. You can tell if you look down at the midsection area, you can see the resemblance. But I'm so delighted and proud to have him here as a part of such a great organization and a great movement. How y'all doing?
Very good.
Fantastic. Happy to be here.
Listen, I'm so proud to have you all on. I know we've been scrambling, trying to get some things in order.
Yeah.
And but welcome to the Doing Good movement. And you all are no stranger to doing good. Certainly, the Covenant House, Washington, is an institution that we all rely on and respect and appreciate. So I just want to thank you first and foremost for all the work that you all do every day that probably will never get told on a short interview like this.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you very much.
So what's kind of tell me, I had a great experience earlier this week, and I never did a career fair at night.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Because some people, that just works better for their schedule, their availability and accessibility. Yeah. I was impressed by the number of potential employers and or leaders that were there that were kind of helping the young people be able to see different dynamics of themselves. Yeah. And I appreciate it. So where did that idea come from? How did that come about?
That was all Quincy. I'm actually going to let him talk about that.
Actually, it wasn't my idea at all. It was one of my my employees' ideas. And she thought of having a career fair, safe haven. And I was like, this is a great idea. Let's put it together. And we started to pull on our networks and see what professionals we could have come in. and folk like yourself, other business owners in the areas, bus drivers, tattoo owners.
It was awesome.
Yeah, people started to converge and show up and support our young people, and to try to help them to think critically about beginning and establishing careers. And so,
well, you know what, I appreciate it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've done this kind of thing so much in my lifetime that when I walk into one, I'm just kind of in a mode of just trying to assess, you know, my space and assess, you know, but I appreciated the spirit of those young people.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't broken and fractured and downtrodden. Yes, technically they're considered homeless, but their spirits weren't broken. And each one that I encountered individually, and even when I saw them operate with you all facilitating collectively, I was just so moved by how hungry and together they seemed to be. And I would imagine that's attributed to, that's intentional based on some of the things that you all try to instill. So what are some of those things that I saw coming out of them that you all make sure is a part of their life experience when they're under your care and direction?
Yeah, I think that was good to say. I think something that Quincy does a very good job of, you know, when we normally think of a shelter, it's a very cold environment. People are just coming in. You might get something to eat. You sleep for the night, and then you're up in the morning and you're out. But he's really created a home environment at Safe Haven. That's our immediate housing facility for homeless youth ages 18 to 24.
How many does it hold?
36 beds.
Wow.
How many of those are moms and babies?
6 for moms and babies.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Awesome. So helping our young people, I think at that age, you're not quite ready to be completely on your own, as we all know when we were 18 or 21. And so by creating a home environment, it's like they still have a network of support around them. They're not doing this by themselves, which is a good thing.
Well, that's doing good any way you slice it up.
Yeah.
I spent a great deal of my life working with the same group of young people in terms of the same age group. And one of the things that I'm often been challenged with is dealing with that housing and that homeless. And sometimes that could be the key factor in stabilizing your thoughts, your emotional state. You know, if you just don't know where you're going to spend the night, that has an impact on everything else that you may try to focus in school, or you try to, you know, focus to get yourself a career or keep a job. But hey, if it's cold or wet and raining, or even if it's not, I just don't have a stable place to receive my mail and, you know, just to feel like, you know, it's home. And I appreciate it. That was the kind of feeling I got when I observed how things felt in there. And I think all of your staff were very enthusiastic. Yeah. I'm not just saying this for the program because, first of all, if I felt that, you all wouldn't be in this just to doing the movement. We don't have things on here that are not actually impacting. Yeah. But you all do so much more than just deal with putting shelter over, and that's just one example. What's some of the other examples of some maybe the program offerings or some of the special activities? Not talking about just the one that we're going to talk about next week, but some of the other things along the way that you all do to help them kind of get stabilized outside of the shelter.
I think you're right on it. You know, our president CEO, Dr. Mady Henson, she's famous for saying there's nothing magic about a bed. And so what we try to do with our programming.
There's nothing magic about a bed.
There's nothing. You know, you give somebody a place to sleep for a night.
Doc, I'm going to steal that.
That doesn't necessarily mean that they have the tools and resources they need to become self-sufficient. Absolutely. And at this age frame or time frame in their lives, it's such a critical time because this is really where they're starting to decide which direction they're going to go in life. And so Covenant House offers them a lot of different opportunities. So at our service center located in Southeast, right with the Arc, we have educational services for those young people that dropped out of high school, don't have their GED. We also offer adult basic education classes. We have what we call our job readiness center, where young people who might have their education, might already completed their GED, but now they're looking for a job in the community. We work with them to put together resumes. You know, we do mock interviews, get them clothing so they actually have appropriate clothing to go out and interview with. We also have a child development center on site, which a lot of people, it doesn't typically fit when we say we serve 18 to 24, but what we found is childcare. Yeah, it's a barrier for a lot of our young mothers. And we don't want them thinking, you know, I can't go back to school. I can't get a job because I don't have anyone to watch my child. And so the child development center that we have on site, most of the young babies are babies of some of the students upstairs, some of our past youth that have come through Covenant House. And so it's really helping to break down that barrier of child care.
You know, I didn't know that. I've known about Covenant House almost for the whole time it's been on, but I really didn't realize and focus on the fact that you all were even thinking about that. I think that's a tremendous benefit to help support young families and young mothers. And, you know, I do want to say that I think this is an area that more of us need to be engaged in and paying attention to. So I think when I think about next Thursday, And the fact that you all do this every year. And does it matter what the conditions are outside? Will you all say, hey, it's too cold?
No,
it does not.
So can you talk about what I'm alluding to? I'm just trying to draw out the suspense, right?
Yeah.
But can you talk about this great event coming up Thursday? Because we're going to be a part of that. Doing Good, the Doing Good movement will be out there. We're going to be doing a special show broadcasting from the event. But I want you to kind of lay out where it came from and what's the point and intention that you hope to deliver.
So we are going to be having our 4th annual executive sleep out next week, Thursday, November 19th. And this is actually...
Wait a minute, you said executive, so I can't come.
No, you can come. You definitely can come.
Nobody. Did nobody sleep out too?
That is not true. You're not. Look at all this you're doing. But it's actually a 2-part event. So at 6:30 p.m. that night, we're going to have what we call our candlelight visual. And that's going to be a performance. We're asking people to come out to Freedom Plaza and stand in solidarity with us as we support the young people in this country that are homeless. And then later that night, the executives and those that signed up to sleep out, different community leaders are going to sleep out on Freedom Plaza. They've been raising money all this time. So the goal was really to raise $200,000. So we're pushing towards that goal, hopefully get there by next week. And so it's a great event. It started nationally. Covenant House is an international organization. Wow. So this is going to be held at 15 different cities across the country on the same night. They're doing it in Alaska. So it's going to be snow out there.
I am so glad I'm in Washington, D.C. right now.
So it's not going to be that bad. I mean, no matter what we have, it's not going to be that bad.
Well, this weather's been pretty cool this year, it may not be, but the whole idea is to give people a simulated experience.
Exactly.
And to bring awareness to the issue.
Yeah. Most of us that'll leave that event next week, we go in somewhere warm.
Yeah. Right.
There's somebody who that's their life for
that is 100% right.
Years.
Yes.
And the reality is that's who we're really trying to bring attention and support to. So I appreciate it. I'm looking at this flyer here. And I don't know if the camera can get it really close or not. But I see you have some real notable executives in this region. I see Donna Cooper from Pepco, and I see is it Guy Brahmi?
Guy Brahmi, yeah.
Yes. And so I see fraternities and sororities. Like there's probably going to be 1,000 or more people, or roughly hundreds of people that are participating in this throughout the evening. Yeah,
we're hoping at the candlelight visual to get at least 500 people out at Freedom Plaza. Yeah. Sleepers, we're at about 75-ish. So
76.
Yeah, hey, there we go.
At least 76. I read a little bit about this, and I've been hearing about it for years and intending, and I'm saying right here live that I am planning on being a part of the full experience. Overnight and the next morning, whatever that looks like. I have to borrow some sleeping bags and stuff for my son. You heard him say it, right? He already knows me. He knows I don't have the first thing, but I don't want to be too cushy. I really appreciate the opportunity to simulate the real experience that our young people are being tormented with in some ways every single day. And I just think that the fact that you all are dedicated and honing in on this area, because a lot of times, and you all been around 20 years, could have decided, you know what, we've been doing this for 10 years, 15 years, let's do 5 other great things. But I love that you all stayed on mission, have stayed on task, and understand that this population deserves full exclusive support and attention throughout the past 20 years. So I really want to give kudos to the fact that you all, every time you check in on Covenant House, Washington, you're doing the same thing over and over, and that's taking care of our young people, 18 to 24, and you're just finding better ways and more people to get involved. Right. So I'm very interested and intrigued to just have that experience with you all, and I'm just looking forward, actually, to being out there with you all next Thursday. We're going to try our best to do a remote show. Special edition, actually, of the Doing Good movement next Thursday evening, 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Freedom Plaza down the middle of D.C., I think, and going inside the Wilson building for a roundtable discussion. We're going to have some great music and just see what it's like so that we can take away some ideas that you all may have to be able to impact this population and give them the support. It's winter time, fast approaching you all, and we need some special love for some very special people. And on that note, I want to jump in. We are going to be having a collection at 6:30. If you come out to the candlelight visual, can you bring along a winter hat and gloves for our young people? Excellent. We want to make sure that they're prepared for the winter too. Like not winter hat and gloves that you're going to wear for the night. Right. Winter hat and gloves that you guys can leave down there. You're willing to donate, yes. So I just want to thank you all so much for coming on. I'm excited about next Thursday evening. The Doing Good movement, whether it's just me by myself or a camera crew, we're going to be a part of this. I believe we're going to work it out and do a special broadcast from that
Fantastic.
site. Awesome. And I'm going to stay overnight and report on exactly the experience on the very next week's show. So I want to thank you all so much for coming in.
Thanks for
I
having us.
appreciate it. Son, I'll see you sometime over the weekend. The grass needs cutting. The dogs need to be fed.
Look, now you got to do it, too. You put it on the record.
Tamara, it's been a pleasure having you here.
Thank
I really
you very
appreciate
much.
all your help and support to bring the Covenant House into the Doing Good movement. Well, we're going to a break now, and I'm so grateful that we had our guests to come in today. But next Thursday evening, you all, I think you should make it your business to bring you, your family, and friends down to at least to start off the candlelight vigil at 6:30 p.m. at Freedom Plaza and come in the round table and find out other things you can be a part of. Covenant House, Washington, I love all that you all do. Count the Doing Good movement in on anything that you all want to do to impact young people, and we're there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all so much. God bless.
I'm here. My theme music.
Man, listen, this is my main man, Black Washington. Y'all know what it is. When he comes on, there's no telling what Doing Good is going to look like after that point. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good.
You're doing good. See, he practiced too. So look, man, what's the problem? You just running here almost. I mean, last week I think it was a dental appointment. Week before that, you had to run to the airport. I mean, what's going on with you not getting in on time? It's the same time every week, bro.
I mislocated my smart trip, so I had to take Uber.
Hold on, mislocated? Is mislocated somebody look up mislocated?
I mislocated
That is not
my
doing
smart
good.
trip. So, with that being said, I had to take an Uber.
Oh,
I didn't like the way my Uber driver looked, so
Oh, okay, well, it's all good. Well,
I got another ride up here, and
It's
I'm
all
here.
good.
Not
You know-
late. Not late.
well, that's all good. But listen, man, I really think I know why you late.
Okay, so
But
you
you
gonna put
had
my
to-
business in the
listen,
street?
Because last night we had the pleasure of having a great evening out in Bethesda.
Oh yeah.
Now, last I checked, Bethesda, Maryland is not part of Washington, D.C.
Nope, it's in Maryland.
And I would refer to Bethesda, Maryland. We were at the Bethesda Blues Jazz and Supper Club, and we got a chance to spend a great evening with El DeBarge. Shout out to Ricky Brown, the owner.
Oh yeah.
My man Manuel, who showed us a real good time over there. We really had a wonderful time last night. So I think that long walk from Bethesda to out here to the studio probably what made you late, bro. Because you stayed behind. I left. You was still yucking it up, having a good time.
Yeah, we was chopping it up in there, man. They was telling me about an after party, and I went to the wrong after party because I didn't see L.
Oh,
I
okay.
saw Colonel Abrams. I think I saw Evelyn Champagne King. I was like,
what after party?
where's L? But
Yeah, El
was the
DeBarge
wrong
actually impressed me.
oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't get any hit. Chuck, y'all.
Yeah,
El
he went
DeBarge,
go. He represented.
busted loose live with his band. He had a
Yeah.
full band.
Oh yeah.
It was a good.
It was an epic night.
Yeah, it was definitely.
Yeah.
And I appreciate. And actually, we plan on having. We're going to take one of our shows out to the Bethesda Blues Jazz and Supper Club. Talk to the owner Ricky and
Yeah.
my man Black Washington. Gonna get out there. We're gonna have a good
Glad
time.
I finally got you to make it out there, man. You just all work and no play, man. Come
But
on.
listen, man. This is a serious movement, but we have a lot of fun. And even I believe there's a biblical scripture that says laughter does the heart merry like a medicine. So I think God even prescribed laughter in a lot of cases where we might look otherwise for some solitude and peace. So I'm always glad to have you, brother. But also last night, I want to say we had a short discussion because, you see, he got a D.C. statehood. He's always pushing
That's
our great city, Washington, D.C.
Yeah, I know how I
And
do.
I'm just constantly challenging him to think broader and think about the DMV.
Oh, okay.
And so last night, I said, well, you're not in I don't think you're in D.C. right now, but we're having a real good time. So you can be outside of D.C. and still have a good time.
Of course.
And I said, so where are we? I said, we're in the M. And he said, yeah, we're in the M. I said, well, there you go. You got the DMV.
Okay, see, you're playing with my intelligence now because we
truth.
get it. Maryland starts with M, but he tried to set me up, you all, and no, because this conversation is getting redundant, and I'm gonna say why.
Okay,
because I've never said I didn't have love for Maryland or Virginia. I just said I am pro DC because we need our statehood now.
All right,
it has nothing to end. That's a stupid name, DMV. It's not the Department of Motor Vehicles. We should merge it all together. We all stand as one and come together.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to keep that going.
Okay.
But, our last guest from the Covenant House, Washington, I'm so glad that they came in.
Oh, yeah, good people.
We're looking to join them out on the Sleep Out that they're hosting next Thursday evening from 6:30 to 8:30.
The Sleep Out.
And we're hoping to be able to do a live remote from the Doing Good movement from there. And then being able to kind of experience that, because I think youth and young adult homelessness is something that bears more, that needs more support, deserves more focus, at least not just in this city but around the country. So hopefully, I'm not sure if you can make it on time.
We're going to sleep outside?
Yeah.
Spit it out.
I plan to.
Okay,
so it's not mandatory.
If we're doing it, if it's 4 calls, I'm with you, bro.
Yeah, I'm with you. No, I appreciate that. I'm
now,
excited.
I might sleep in the car, but I'm down for the calls.
Okay, we'll work that out off camera. But
I get cold.
I'm excited about that event next Thursday.
Oh yeah,
that's certainly
most
doing
definitely.
good.
Shout out to
also,
Covenant
we got
House.
some great events coming up this Saturday. I'm excited about over Union Temple. They're going to be feeding hundreds of families this Saturday morning, and also donating and contributing clothing to a lot of the families. So even if you have clothing that you like to donate, clean clothing for adults or children, I think they'd be happy to see you bring it in. I think by later on today.
And clothes that you would wear, people.
Yeah.
Don't just give your best.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what Doing Good is about.
Yeah.
And we're very excited, and I believe I'm going to have my sister Wanda Lockridge call in after the next break to talk about this Saturday over at the Arc. Dancing with the Scholars. That is a huge event that's happening at the Arc this Saturday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. I think tickets are still on sale. You can go on the William O. Lockridge Foundation. This is a great organization that's been honest to a dear friend and a tremendous leader of Washington, D.C., William Lockridge. His wife, Wanda, Sheila Bunn, and some other great leaders are going to have a tremendous event. We have a good time. I look forward to being over there with you and the Doing Good Movement crew this coming Saturday, the 14th, from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tickets, I think, only $28 for adult and $8 for children. And I believe Wanda's going to call in shortly, and we'll be able to have a conversation with her. But we're going to break now, and next we should be coming back with my sister, Wanda Lockridge, to talk about this great event. Thank you. All right, we're back here on the Doing Good Movement. I'm your host, Tom Brown, with my main man,
Black Wash.
Yeah, he's joining us as usual. He got him here just in the nick of time. All the way from Bethesda Blues, Jazz, and Supper Club, and the wrong after party. I don't even want to talk no more about that. But we've had some tremendous guests and events that we've been talking about throughout this show. And I do believe we have my sister Wanda Lockridge on live talking about an event that's coming up this Saturday at the Arc, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., Dancing with the Scholars. It is definitely a tremendous organization and a tremendous event that we want to let you all hear about so that we are able to get you all out there and have a good time. And you all may see a brother on stage dancing. I don't know. Wanda, how you doing, sister?
I'm doing good. How are you this
You're
afternoon?
doing good. You didn't even have to practice that, Wanda. You were right on cue.
All right, man. I heard you say said you're going to be on stage with us. I'm going to make sure you keep that honor.
It's all good. I might do a little bit of George Jefferson or James Brown on y'all, but it's all good. We're doing good.
Good to me. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
So
how's it going?
Oh, it's going good. We're doing good here, and we're excited about Saturday. I'm so grateful for you calling in. I know you have a busy schedule. Things are moving. I'm in contact with Sheila Bunn constantly over the last few days. How things going? Tell me what's the latest updates and things that people can expect to happen on this coming Saturday.
Oh, my goodness. We are feeling really good about Saturday, and thank you so much for the love and the support. We are having our dancers from Woodson and Anacostia and Baloo. They're going to compete for the Spread Your Wings Award. They're dancing with the State Board of Education representative. They're practicing. They're ready to give you a good show, and, we almost sold out. So that's a wonderful place to be. So
yes, indeed.
We're ready. We're ready. The judges are the council members. And it's funny because last year, this is our 5th year, last year they started giving some of the couples 11s and 12s. And, we only have a score from 0 to 10. so it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, I believe you're going to have Councilmember Ward 7, Yvette Alexander. Council member from Ward 8, LaRuby May, I believe, and then Kenyon McDuffie, council member from Ward 5.
Absolutely. Those are our judges this year. And they may have a little surprise for you this year, too. Got to come out and see. But they're ready. They are ready. They may do a little step, too.
Well, no, I definitely am excited about that. And the Arc is a beautiful facility. I've had a number of events there with my organization. I've been to a number of events there. For those of you who have not experienced the Arc over on Mississippi Avenue, it's one of the premier venues, I believe, in the whole Washington, D.C. So I think even that location of the event is huge. That's 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. I think people can still go online. What's the website they can go to, Wanda, if they still want to purchase the last few tickets?
Absolutely. The website is www.williamlockridgeCommunityFoundation.org, and that's LOCKRIDGE, WilliamLockridgeCommunityFoundation.org. You can purchase tickets there.
Well, listen, we're going to get everybody to come on over there and support. But also this Sunday, we got a chance to sit down in the William O. Lockridge Bellevue Library and interview you and Sheila Bunn and just talk about not only the event, but this great movement and organization that you're leading. And that airs this Sunday on News Channel 8, 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m., that interview. And we're excited to show that interview. And also it'll be streaming live right here on www.thedoinggoodmovement.com at the same time, 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. this coming Sunday, November 15th. So excited to have you on News Channel 8 and show that great interview. We had a lot of good laughs and just really shared some great things and stories and gave people more of a sense of the foundation. So I want to congratulate you on another successful year, another successful event. And look forward to being able to have more people get involved in all the great work that you're doing in honor of your late husband, my friend, William O. Lockridge.
I really appreciate that. One day I'm looking forward to Doing Good, doing a Tom Brown Doing Good episode.
Oh, wow. Wow. Well, you know what? I got to see if the producers, I don't know if I'm doing good enough yet. I guess I got to earn some more good stripes. No, but I look forward to it. Thank you, Wanda, so much. I love you, my sister. I'm a huge fan of all the work that you and the organization is doing. And I'm going to be there Saturday with my dancing shoes on. Hint, hint, hint.
All right. I look forward to it. Thank you so much. And you all have a great day.
You too. God bless you.
All right. Take care.
All righty. Bye-bye. So that was my sister, Wanda Lockridge. Again, you can go to the William O. Lockridge Foundation, communityfoundation.org to purchase tickets. They're only $28 for adults, I believe $8 for children under 12. This Saturday at the Arc. We're just going to have a great time. Either you're going to be there or you're going to hear about it on the Doing Good movement. But we're going to our last break before we do our quick wrap-up with my main man, Black Washington. Black, you coming out Saturday?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're going to be
definitely
there. So you may see Black hit the stage, too. I'm not sure. We got to have people.
I might do the hee-haw.
We got to sign some release forms. Listen, actually, we're going to go to our last break. We're going to come back with a quick wrap-up. And I thank you for tuning into the Doing Good movement. I'm your host, Tom Brown. And wherever you are, I just pray that you're doing good. I bet most of y'all recognize that tune. You had to be at least a 60s or 70s baby to be able to appreciate my main man, Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA. So I want to take this time right now, and I know you love my cool bucket hat, representing the great colors of the United States of America. No matter what your opinion is of the state of this country, I'll tell you that yesterday we were able to honor the veterans who served or are currently serving in the military all around the world. And if some of y'all didn't know, I am a vet. I served in the United States Air Force from 1984 to 1988. Yes, I am that old. But it was a pivotal time in my life as a young man coming from Washington, D.C. It transformed a lot of my ideals. It shaped a lot of my character. It helped me to hone in on some of the focus that I needed in order to be able to accomplish some of the things I've accomplished over the last 25 years or so of my life. And so I'm grateful to have served this great country in that capacity. I still believe that the United States of America is one of the greatest opportunities and experiences a person can have. And I still think while we're not perfect and we have some things that we all can debate about, I'm honored to have given at least those few years of my life to serve this great country. So today, I want to thank, congratulate, and acknowledge all veterans who may be tuning in or may be a part of a doing good movement that I haven't even found out, because already by being willing to serve in the military for this great country, you're already doing good. So I salute you today. I thank you for all that you've done, and I really appreciate your time. Yes, Black.
Yeah, I want to shout out Aaron Foreman. That's a good friend of mine that served.
It's my cousin.
Yeah. Thank you for your service,
Thank you, Aaron.
Shout out to James Stringfield, my cousin Maurice Washington, who serves. And just thank you for your service.
Well, on that note, I want to definitely thank one of the most special military couples in my life, my sister, Ebony Sanders, and her husband, Maurice Sanders. I thank you for your service. I know that Michael Saunders, another good friend of mine who served, and many others. I just appreciate the fact that you were willing to contribute some of your time in your life. And, as we wrap up, I kind of wanted to, close out as we prepare our final song with the whole point of this. I kind of want to keep, I've had the opportunity to do a lot of great things in my life, raising my children, having grandchildren, having run several companies and businesses and nonprofit organizations that have transformed lives, and I have many people to thank for that. But I do want you to feel like the Doing Good movement is not just talking to you, it's inviting you to engage. So I would ask you to, hit us up on Doing Good Movement Facebook page, and Instagram, Doing Good Movement, Instagram, and just let us know some people that I haven't met yet or I'm not aware of that are doing good, even on your block, in your school, in your church. And let us highlight them. We want to just show that there's a lot of good people. So this Sunday, we have a few that we're going to show. I mentioned earlier, we're going to have a great interview with Wanda Lockridge and Sheila Bunn as we talk about the great foundation that's having an event this Saturday evening at the Arc. We want to sit down with my sister, Michelle Blackwell. You all may know her from Subtle Thoughts or from the What Band currently. We sit in the Howard Theater and sit down and talk to her about the roots that come from the great work from her grandmother, Dr. Elise Galati, and be able to talk about the great effort she's doing to lead the voting age in Washington, D.C. to be lowered to 16. And actually, that's moving well. I ask you to tune in to News Channel 8 this Sunday, 4:30 p.m. or streaming live right here to see those interviews. And I can't forget my brothers, my man, street correspondent Eric Black Washington goes out with the G fellas as they serve the community and feed the people at homeless shelters over the last several years. You get a chance to see these young brothers who were inspired by a couple of things, but they've been dedicated to the needs of people all around this area. So with that, I'm wrapping up. I'm thanking you for tuning in today to the doinggoodmovement.com. I'm asking you not to forget to tune in this Sunday if you're local in the DMV area, 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. on News Channel 8, and see another great show. And please hit us up on those social media platforms because we want to hear about the doing good that's in your world. Thank you. God bless. And like I always say, if you don't do nothing else good, here's something my brother Kurt Franklin told us we all can do. And that's just simply smile.